Tonight, we're cracking open 13th Colony Bourbon Whiskey finished in maple wood spirals. Welcome to the show. You know, I've been a fan of 13th Colony for a while now. They are a Georgia distillery down in Americus, I believe. This is 113 proof, and it simply says it's a straight bourbon whiskey finished with maple wood spirals. Now, not finished in maple syrup barrels or with maple syrup staves. Is finished with maple wood spirals. You know, we had a, what was that, from the company, Jim Arnett had that bourbon whiskey. It was finished in maple wood. I thought it was good, but you really couldn't compare it against anything that was finished in maple syrup barrels. Different flavor, different profile. This is probably a lot more similar to that than it is something like a Widow Jane Decadence, which is one of my favorite finished bourbons of all time, and that's finished in premium maple syrup barrels. So, we got the clock running here. We're going to try to get this done in 10 or 12 minutes. And yeah, am I a fan of 13th Colony? Of course I am. This is one of their double oaks from, I don't know if it's 2022 or 2023, probably 23, and it's been bottle killed. So yeah, I'm a fan. I don't expect there'll be anything like that. This is not anywhere near the price of the 13th Colony double oaked. I am seeing it out there, so I believe it is available, but that's because I'm in Georgia, right? So let's grab a glass right off here of my blind flight, something. And the only thing that I dislike about 13th Colony is the damn shape of their bottles. Do you know how hard it is to put any number of these bottles on a bar? And mine's pretty shallow. Unlike Daniel's, they can stack 2 or 3 deep. I can only stack pretty much single layers, or if I kind of alternated them, I can kind of get 2 in, but not back to back is pretty difficult. I need to plan better, don't I? So what do I know about this? Basically what I've told you. It's one of their bourbon whiskeys. I assume it could be like their Southern bourbon, which is a sour mash whiskey. I'd have to look that up. I'm not a big fan of the sour mash. I don't dislike it. I just don't go to it. It's just not one of my bourbons that I really like to go to in that price range. I have ones I like better. But now you get to the 15th anniversary, which I've tasted, or you get to the double oak, which I've tasted 2 different versions of that. That's a whole different story, man. So on this, I'm getting a little ethanol, but I just popped it, so I don't think that's really unusual. A little ethanol in the aroma. Typical bourbon notes. Certainly more maple syrup aroma than molasses aroma that I get, and I think that's all because of the wood. But not really very sweet smelling. That maple comes through. Some oak. Definitely, I swear I'm getting some leather notes too in there. So not real sweet. I'm hoping that it's sweeter than it smells. Cheers. Got a little bit of bite to it. It tastes like a fairly young bourbon versus some of the older bourbons, or I assume older bourbons I've tasted with 13th Colony. It's got a decent sweetness to it. I really, when I bought this, I thought, don't try to compare it to all these maple syrup wonder bourbons that I love so much. It's not going to be the same thing, and it's not. I definitely am getting more of a maple profile in it, but not maple syrup. Just how like diet maple syrup. How about that? It's maple syrup without the sweetness. You get the maple, but not the sweetness that comes with it. Let's take another sip. It's pretty good. I think it would grow on me. It's like I said, it's got a little bit of bite. It's not. It's more on the. If you have harsh and you have smooth and something in between, it's probably right in between there, like a lot of young bourbons would be. It's not mellowed out with years of being an oak, I would say. It's got a nice flavor. I certainly like it better than their Southern bourbon, which is a sour mash, I believe. And what did I pay for this? I paid $63.99. I've seen it for much more than that. I've seen it at $99, and I've seen it for well over $100. To me, it's probably where I bought it from. You know, I've not been able to get. Let's see if I can get the. I'm not seeing the MSRP on here, but I've seen it a lot higher. So be wary of that. Just because it's got 13th Colony on it doesn't mean it's the double oak. Now, I do like the proof. 113, I think, is pretty good for this, and I think this is going to be one of those bourbons that after it opens up for a while, gets a little aeration to it, oxidation to it, that the ethanol will tone down a little bit and could get a little smoother on the palate. That's my hope. Yeah, it's not bad. So, what would I compare it to? I mean, I really would compare it against that. I think it's called The Company, and it's their bourbon whiskey finished in maple wood. It's got a very similar flavor profile going on. I think I got a crack in this glass. Oh my God, I do. It's got a crack in it. Brand new glass too. Wonder how that happened. Might have to be a little more careful with washing it, but that's definitely developed a crack. Oh well. Guess I won't be selling this one, will I? So we talked about the aroma. We talked about the taste, the finish. The finish is not bad. It goes from the palate. It goes into the finish. You get that maple with some leather and some oak and some baking spices. It's not bad. I would say it's moderate, not real long lasting. I mean, it's not real oily. It doesn't have a great mouthfeel, so it's probably not going to last that long on your palate either. I'm really living dangerously here, drinking out of a cracked glass, aren't I? Holy crap. I think it could improve with age. I do. So it boils down to, what do I think of it? Well, what it compares to, the price range is probably a little bit lower than the company's one. I think that was more like $70 or around $70. So value for the price? I'm actually thinking this is a poor value for the price. I'm thinking 45-ish is probably as much as, if you didn't tell me, I'd say, what would you pay for it? I'd say 44, 45 tops. I just have a lot other bourbons in the above $50 mark that is so much better than this. The maple finish, the maple wood finish is good. It could be better. I'm not impressed with the finish, and I'm not impressed with the age or the experience that I'm getting from it. So is it a buy or pass? I'm going to have to say, for what they're selling it for and what I'm seeing it for, it's a pass. So we hope you will like this video, comment, and share it. And if you have this bourbon whiskey, tell me what you think of it. Do you think it was worth the price you paid for it? I would like to know. So as always, please drink responsibly, never drink and drive, and we'll see you next time.